and you'll be sorry someday. The thrill is gone, it's gone away from me.
A cloaking robe of elven kind hangs in my wardrobe behind all those things that mother said were probably.
The universe is such a big place. In spite of practical issues like money, time, family, tragedy, distraction, and all the other issues surrounding the human drama that plays out every day on planet Earth, I sometimes have a hard time understanding why people refuse to rise above. In a universe that is mathematically so large that things beyond the realm of human conception are undeniably going on somewhere at any given moment, the average human being still refuses to believe that the impossible is within reach, when they themselves are physically made of the exact same matter that everything else in the universe is made of. Wait. Let's start over. A wise man once said that death smiles at us all, and that all a man can do is smile back. I'll admit that death is a frustrating friend to have. However, death has a strange way of liberating the living from fear and from the unknown. After my mother died, I traveled a lot. The biggest trip I took was to Europe. When I came back, I did what I've always done. I thought about my life, all the decisions I had made. I took my time to reflect on all the places that I had been, to remember all the strange new things that I encountered, and most important, last but definitely not least, I geared up for all of the places that I seemingly soon would be going. I was born in a barren place, on the bottom of a dead ocean floor, in fact. I suppose if I was a meth addict, I probably would have thought that the place I was born in was a good place to settle too. Only problem is that I was always the odd man out. The world I grew up in was nothing more than a reminder to me of the things that I was going to have to do in order to reach my potential. This is the thing. When you grow up in the circles I grew up in, to become the kind of person I became, you're faced with only two options. Option number one is to find safety in numbers, in the masses rather, through conformity. Option number two, exile. I chose exile. In more primitive times, you could equate the options to life or death, living or dying. At the end of the day, though, I always knew deep down that I was meant for more. Everything the world could offer, and then some. So in a sense, I never really had a choice. Hate is a strong word. I don't use it lightly. However, there is one thing I truly hate: when people use the word crazy because they can't understand something. You know what? Let's go back a little further. It wasn't always doom and gloom. Before the world went to shit, I was pure. I started out, like most of us, undiluted, innocent and naive, ignorant to the evils of the world, and open to whatever I had coming. That's the really amazing thing about childhood. You embrace everything, including yourself, without any interference or resistance. Then you grow up. Reality settles in. Things start happening. Sometimes the realization that the world's teeth are sharp takes years to grasp. Sometimes it happens overnight in one swoop, with one single event that there's no way to predict. In my case, I guess it was a little bit of both. When you're a child, you have internal wealth. You start chasing external wealth at some point in the process of becoming an adult, only to eventually understand that internal wealth is the key to external wealth. Seems like not growing up is your best bet to me. The only other option is a return to innocence. You know that moment when you're doing something stupid, something dangerous, where you realize that you're gonna get hurt? That moment where you realize that the only thing you can do is let go? Well, this is that moment, friend. I'd like to think that you're man enough to be grateful that I'm even making you aware of the fact that it is that moment. No? Hmm. I can admit that the place I spent the last 4 years of my life has amazing views to die for. However, everything has its price. It's the kind of place that inspires genius in some and provokes madness in others. I've seen my fair share come and go. It's a bubble, hidden from the world. To me, it always felt like Vegas, without all the lights and without all the bullshit. A giant circus made for adults with no shortage of freaks. This is my father. Well, this is my father 50 years ago. This is my father now. He has been a businessman all of his life. His favorite hobby is meditation. From the outside, it looks like he's having a seizure. He claims it feels like freedom. He says it is the state of nirvana, complete and utter bliss. I've always been pretty skeptical myself. To each their own, I suppose. This is my brother. His name is Sam. His word is made of the same iron that he pumps on the regular. Integrity of body and mind do tend to go together after all. Three years ago, I walked into my brother's room and set a guitar down. 6 months later, I walked back into that very same room to find that his guitar skills far surpassed mine. It's amazing what a little water can do to a seed in the dark. Not long afterwards, he became one of the dedicated and well-respected open micers at the local watering hole.
What's it all about, Alfie? Is it just for the moment we live? What's it all about when you sung out, Alfie? Are we meant to take more than we give? Or are we meant to be kind?
Of course, none of this really matters anymore. That's all in the past, and I'm sure you've learned by now that the present moment is the only thing that really counts.
When I get mad and I get pissed, I grab my pen and I write out a list of all the people that won't be missed. You've made my shit worse.
Thou shalt not steal if there is a direct victim. Thou shalt not worship pop idols or follow lost prophets. Thou shalt not take the names of Johnny Cash, Joe Strummer, Johnny Harmon, Desmond Decker, Jim Morrison, Jimi Hendrix or Syd Barrett in vain. Thou shalt not think any man over the age of 30 that plays with a child that is not their own is a paedophile. Some people are just nice. Thou shalt not read NME. Thou shalt not stop liking a band just because they become popular. Thou shalt not question Stephen Fry. Thou shalt not judge a book by its cover. Thou shalt not judge Lethal Weapon by Danny Glover. Thou shalt not buy Coca-Cola products. Thou shalt not buy Nestle products. Thou shalt not go into the woods with your boyfriend's best friend, take drugs and cheat on him. Thou shalt not fall in love so easily. Thou shalt not use poetry, art or music to get into girls' pants. Use it to get into their heads. Thou shalt not watch Hollyoaks. Thou shalt not attend an open mic and leave as soon as you've done your shitty little poem or song, you self-righteous prick. Thou shalt not return to the same club or bar, week in, week out, cause you once saw a girl that you fancy, you're never gonna fucking talk to anyway. Thou shalt not put musicians and recording artists on ridiculous pedestals, no matter how great they are or were. Just a band. Led Zeppelin, just a band. The Beach Boys, just a band. The Sex Pistols, just a band. The Clash, just a band. Crass, just a band. Minor Threat, just a band. The Cure, just a band. The Smiths, just a band. Nirvana, just a band. The Pixies, just a band. Oasis, just a band. Radiohead, just a band. Block Party, just a band. The Arctic Monkeys, just a band. The Next Big Thing, just a band. That should give equal worth to tragedies that occur in non-English speaking countries as to those that occur in English speaking countries. Let's remember that guns, bitches and bling were never part of the four elements and never will be. That should not make repetitive generic music. That should not make repetitive generic music. That should not make repetitive generic music. Should not make repetitive generic music. That shall not pin my ride. That should not scream if you want to go faster. That should not move to the sound of the wickedness. That should not make some noise for Detroit. When I say hey, that should not say ho. When I say hip, that should not say hop. When I say he, say she, say we, say make some noise. Kill me. Why have we bothered re-recording this vocal? Thou shalt not quote me happy. Thou shalt not shake it like a Polaroid picture. Thou shalt not wish your girlfriend thou shalt always kill.
It's funny how dreams don't have to make sense. They're not right or wrong, good or bad. They're just dreams. They can take on entire lives of their own if you let them. You just have to be careful of where the line in the sand is drawn between dreams and reality.
Could you, roll me one of those, cowboy?
You can have this one, cowgirl.
Thanks.
Ain't nothing of it.
So, Marcella said you just got back from Amsterdam.
Sure did.
How long were you there?
It's over 3 years.
I go there about once a year and chill out for a month.
No kidding. I didn't know that.
Why would you?
I had to go to Vegas. For a surgery. That arose suddenly.
The shades of green that fall beneath this tree. So let the winds of change that rearrange the country.
In all seriousness, I came back from Vegas with the same amount of scars that I left with. It turned out the surgery was unneeded. However, I was transformed in other ways upon my return. I had a newfound understanding of the fleeting nature of life, a deep gratitude for every passing second, and a highly developed sense of what needed to be done in order to fulfill my personal legend. Thank you for listening. If you're still watching though, I highly suggest you go get your own life. Seriously.
Bring love with a song as
We see, what do we see? We see he has a tape recorder. He has a digital voice recorder, and he records things into the digital voice recorder, the things that we're gonna see, and we see the things that he films. We see him filming things. He keeps building momentum. We see him filming things, and he gets stuck. He gets stuck. Like all tortured people get stuck. All tortured people get stuck. So he gets stuck, and after he gets stuck, then he tries to find inspiration. He gets stuck, and he tries to find his way out of it with inspiration. He tries to find inspiration somehow, and he
game's over. Leon's dead. You hear me? Come on. I think I ain't hurt too.
Do it. Do it. You think this is a fucking joke? You'd fucking do it if your goddamn life depended on it! Flying was my first passion, my first real source of inspiration. The romance of battles won and lost in the skies above. Freedom. Not to mention that it's the perfect escape. Briefly defying the bounds of Mother Earth never fails to inspire. Go ahead, try it for yourself. When I was a boy, my dream was to fly a P-51. The Cadillac of the sky, as a great man once put it. You gotta walk before you run, though.
You apply pressure, tell me crystallize, and you've got the faith that I could bring paradise.
I'll forgive and forget before I'm paralyzed. Do I have to keep up the pace to keep you satisfied?
Things have gotten closer to the sun. Not them, there's this one those days. So don't think that I'm pushing you away when you're the one that I've kept closest.
You don't move slow and taking steps in my direction. The sounds echo. Does it lessen your affection? No.
You say I'm foolish for pushing this aside.
Let's push this hard. Let's make it count. Game time.
Hello?
Yeah, Max, it's Paul Rodriguez, your manager. I'm your manager, don't forget. Anyway, hey, listen, I'm reading this book. I'm going to give it to you after it's finished. It's by William Friedkin. It's a memoir. I think you'll really find it interesting. And it's really a terrific book. Entertaining and informative. And as a director, writer, you're going to really get into it. So when I finish it, I'll bring it up to you and I'll give you a call. I still want to go up there with the dog, so I'll give you a call soon because I can't stop reading the book. And I'm glad you didn't have to have surgery, whatever it was. I hope it wasn't nothing serious. But at your age, what the fuck are you having surgery for? Unless it's tonsils. Anyway, I just wanted to touch base with you, and when I finish the book, I'll give you a call. Bye-bye.
Fuck!
Street boy, you've been out too long. Street boy, ain't you got no sense to go home? Street boy, you're gonna end up alone. You need some love and understanding, not that dead in life you're planning. Street boy. You go home, but you can't stay, because something's always pulling you away. You're fast hellos and quick goodbyes. You're just a street boy with the street lights in your eyes. You better get yourself together, look for something better. Street boy, you've been out too long. Street boy, ain't you got the sense to go home? Street boy, you're gonna end up alone.
It was like for a moment, oh my brothers, some great bird had flown.
Anything else for you?
Y'all done? Fire, scare.
You're losing your precious mind. You're losing your mind. You're losing your mind. You're losing your
man.
Shit, took you long enough to fucking get here.
Yeah, traffic was kind of stiff out there.
Yeah, I bet so.
Yeah.
Till you go to the new big city where the traffic's gonna be really shitty, by the way. You should be thinking this is a fucking luxury.
So anyways, what are you gonna be doing out there?
I'm gonna be doing what Luke Skywalker did in the original Star Wars out there, I guess.
Getting power converters from Toshi Station?
No, I mean, I guess I'm gonna be, I guess I'm just going because it makes sense at this point, you know?
You're going out there to do your own thing, so you are being your own Dustin Hoffman right now.
You know, it's like a reptile, like if you put a reptile in a small tank, take a snake or a lizard and put it in a small tank, and it can only grow to the size of that tank. It's kind of like that, you know? It's like, I feel like I've outgrown this tank, you know?
I could see that.
Fuck, it's hot.
So here's the thing, man. I understand your need to leave. I mean, you need to get out of this. This is a very Frank Capra, It's a Wonderful Life kind of world. This is a fantasy out here. You need to get back. You need to get back into that Tarantino world, which we tried to live. We have our witty, fun dialogue, but this is bullshit. You shouldn't do this anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get into that real thing. Really stretch yourself.
But yeah, I mean, I've always said, like, you were bigger than this place, and the fact that, you know, that you want to leave, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, we live in the Sarlacc pit of dreams and hopes. You just get sucked down. And, you know, the thing is, only a few of us can be that Boba Fett throwing those concussion grenades back up to escape his inevitable fate.
Because, wow, if I watched a film about this, I would fucking shoot myself. I would shoot myself.
So anyway, I didn't even ask, I haven't seen you in a while. How's Christine?
Christine is kind of, you know, okay, look, this is the thing about Christine. Christine, she was worth the squeeze in the beginning, but this is the thing, okay? Lately, Christine has been, okay, look, this is the point. When you find out through the grapevine that all of your best friend's dicks have been in Christine's mouth, and then she's coming on like a fucking, like a plague, like she wants to marry you, but, you know, she wants to marry every fucking dick in this town, then, well, what the fuck, where do you go with that? What do you do? I mean, how do you...
Well, I mean, you had to break it off, I'm assuming. And that is Christine, so I'm assuming you broke it off.
I let things run their course, I guess. I mean, my friends, you know, my friends went along with it, but... Okay, look, Christine fucked everybody, so I don't know where that leaves me and Christine. Wait, what was your question?
Well, again, like, so, I mean, you're not talking to her anymore. Does she still call you? Is she still part of your life in any way? I mean, she shouldn't be, but
actually, Christine's dead.
Like
Christine's dead.
Like dead?
Yeah, like she's dead. She's not alive anymore. A car hit her.
That's I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, anyway, that's enough about me. How's your thing? How's your job? How's your girlfriend?
It's going all right. It's life is funny that way. You know, one minute you're going to college, you think you're going to be the next Spielberg, for God's sakes, the next Romay, the next Jean-Luc Godard, and you're moving back to the desert, man, and you're working in the bookstore. You're selling the movies. You're not making the movies. And eventually they fire you for some petty bullshit, and you start working as a valet.
Yeah.
Life doesn't always go in the directions you think it's going to.
Mm-hmm.
But then things start to work out better, you know. You look for the brighter tomorrows and the brighter futures, which you are off onto, my friend. You are off finally. These times, they're changing. They're going away.
All right, man. I got to get out of here.
On to bigger and brighter.
All right, man. All right, man.
I love you, buddy.
All right, you too, man. Take care.
Take care of yourself.
All right.
And remember, don't be like this pack of matches. Don't be like a candle in the wind when it goes out. But I'm going to let you go, because I'm going to say more Elton John references and question my sexuality even further.
Yeah, well, anyway, I was like 19 years old, you know, Mexican American growing up in San Fernando Valley, going to Van Nuys where Robert Redford went to school there, and Marilyn Monroe. The drinking went on pretty heavy. I mean, I'm working at the Polo Lounge.
Right.
You know, and also when I became an agent, we'd go out and we'd have a few drinks, including myself.
Mm-hmm.
So everyone's, and then there was cocaine. Cocaine got pretty prevalent in the movie business. I could name people who would be at, there's a famous restaurant called Dan Tana's, and they would be in one of the booths snorting cocaine.
Like who?
Well, like Bill Cosby, Ava Gardner, Frank Sinatra. I got to see all these people in their heyday. Elizabeth Taylor.
Rubbing elbows
you
with
know,
the stars.
You got to see Elizabeth Taylor. She's an old lady. But Ava Gardner was like a guy.
Damn.
Drinking and fucking. Very talented. They were able to get a lot of money.
Right.
But they weren't happy. You can't have this hate. That's where movies come in, I think, and movies is a great way of getting away from your troubles. Anyway, for you, for the aspiring, for a writer, or anyone, or a director, you're more than a writer. You're a director, but you have the ability to write. People are living longer, but they're living sicker.
Yeah.
That's basically it. And then there's a lot of people that don't live so long after all. And then 1 out of 3, 1 out of 4 have cancer of different kinds, and modern medicine has no clue. They really have no clue on what to do. Here we are, this famous, intelligent woman who has respect from everyone, and she's an icon at this point, who... The solution to her problems was double mastectomy. That's rather barbaric.
Yeah.
And now she's thinking of a hysterectomy. That's what modern medicine has. That's their answer. And then they say it's genetics. Well, genetics plays a part. But when I was growing up, life began at 40. There was a famous saying. I don't know if you ever heard that.
No.
Yeah, life began at 40. Because basically you're on your own.
Right.
You got genetics, yeah, the size of your nose, the color of your eyes, even DNA to some certain extent. But DNA is influenced every day.
Mm-hmm.
It's influenced. You can change your DNA to a certain extent.
Yep.
It's not like fingerprints. They're trying to tell you that DNA is like fingerprints. You can't change your fingerprints, but you can change your DNA, and that's done through diet and lifestyle.
And death shall have no dominion. With the man in the wind and the west moon, when their bones are picked clean, and the clean bones gone, they shall have stars at elbow and foot. Though they go mad, they shall be sane. Though they sink into the sea, they shall rise again. Though lovers be lost, love shall not, and death shall have no dominion. God damn it.
standing by, are they in my game? Love's just a story without words. Words are always never seen, never even heard. I know what is going on, and I know that I'll wait till dawn, and I know just exactly what is on your mind. And you'll be back, I know it, darling. Rush to me to prove it to you. Though my good times were just paying dues, I got shoes and money and good friends too. Though I always play to win, I always seem to lose. That's why I think I got a rich kid's blues. That's why I think I got a rich kid's
Oh. Oh.
Stop. Stop.
game time, game time. Fight to the end, guys. Fight to the end. Push, push, push.
You can go under, like if you're standing up, you can do it, you loop underneath.
Well, the most important thing is you never give up. As long as you never lose faith in yourself, the evil in the world can't touch you. I know what you're thinking, that just sounds peachy, but blah, blah, blah. Well, here's a hard but liberating truth of life. There's no buts. There's no trying. There's only doing or not. You either make it or you don't. Black or white. It's a black and white world. Why doesn't matter. Understanding is the booby prize. If you've got the sand to accept what I'm trying to get you to understand, you'll go further than you ever dreamed. You have to go against your instincts. It's not an easy task. When your body tells you to fight, you got to relax and let go. Surrender to your ultimate fate. And call it God, if you will. They say let go and let God. Clearing your mind, opening yourself to the source energy, which we all are. That's the only path to nirvana. As much as you've been conditioned, by the world to think it's all a pipe dream, I can assure you it's not. In fact, nirvana is your natural state. Everything in this universe seeks balance, like the earth to the moon, the planets to the sun, the stars to the galaxies, the universes to the universes, man to woman. So, if you're to arrive back at your natural state of balance, the state you would already be in if you hadn't fucked it all up. The trick is you have to kill off the guy who wants the balance to find it. Wait, what was your question?
I'm giving you a night call to tell you how I feel. I want to drive you through the night, down the hills. I gotta tell you something you don't want to hear. I'm gonna show you where it's dark, but have no fear. Christopher Malley went out on a bridge down in Chehalis, and clutching his Bible and a letter from her fell into the river. Pity no one was there, no angels in the air, and the morning paper ran. One more suicide, yeah. His mama stayed by the riverside down in Chehalis, clutching her Bible and a letter from him fell into crying. Pity no one was there, no angels in the air, and the morning paper ran.
Hello, my son. I command you not to look behind that water heater. That's right. You heard me. That was a command. I've been waiting for you. I'm so pleased to make your graces once more. I hope heaven is everything you ever dreamed of and more. Why wouldn't it be? It is heaven. These damn kids. Communion is every day at 6, 8, 10, 12, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and 12. The greatest thing, my son, is the heavenly buffet. Inside a secret, all you can eat, open 24/7 until the end of eternity. Make yourself right at home. This is heaven. You should be comfortable. By the way, that voice recorder taped to your head is your direct line of communication to me, Alpha Omega. Should you have any complaints? Not that you will. This is heaven after all. But should you have any complaints, keep them to only the most serious of issues. I have a very, very busy schedule.
Hello? 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 Is anybody there or am I completely out of my goddamn mind?
Don't do that.
Don't do what?
Don't use that word.
What word?
You know what word.
What? You mean goddamn? You told me to use this thing if I had any serious complaints. This is a serious complaint.
What seems to be the problem?
This is not exactly what I was expecting out of heaven when I was a kid, okay? In fact, I didn't even believe in heaven when I was a kid.
Well, maybe the reason why this place is not what you expected it to be is because you didn't expect this place to be at all.
Can you please just send me back? Please! I'm asking you, please just send me back.
How about this? I'll make you a deal.
What deal?
I will send you back under one condition.
What's the condition?
The condition is that you start enjoying your life. What I require to send you back is your personal guarantee that you will do everything in your power to build your own personal heaven on earth as you see fit in your own image.
Okay.
Okay, what?
Okay, I give you my personal guarantee that I will start enjoying my life. And I will do everything that is within my power to build my own heaven on earth.
Close your eyes and say, "There's no place like home, Antien."
What?
3 times.
What?
Okay, I'm just kidding. Okay, close your eyes and count down from 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to purgatory, bro. I know, dude. No, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this place sucks. And it does, dude. It does suck, okay? You know, I've been here for a long time, man. I know. By the way, man, I'm sorry about my face, you know, being all blurred out and whatnot. I don't know, man. I'm a little paranoid or whatever about my privacy, you know, these days, how it is, man. Anyway, man, you know, I'm just here to tell you how things work, you know. If you want out, bro, all you gotta do is say, "I want out, bro," into that thing that's taped to your dome, and you're out. I mean, you're out.
I want out. I want out. I want out. I want out.
Nah, man, you gotta say, "I want out, bro." You have to say the bro. I don't understand how it works either, man. It's like a technicality thing or whatever, you know? And I don't know, you know?
I want out.
Hey there! I didn't see ya! How's it going? It's been a while. You remember me, don't ya? We have been friends since you were a kid after all. Come on now. Anyway, I'm here to cordially welcome you to hell, where all of your worst fears, worries, and problems are solutions. You have any questions? If you have any questions, you're shit out of luck. I have way better things to be doing than answering your stupid questions. Feel free to grab yourself a ticket right over there, though. Take a seat, and remain seated until the end of time, fucker.
Have I not commanded you? Be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid. Do not be discouraged, for the Lord your God will be with you wherever you go. Cast your burden on the Lord, and He will sustain you. He will never permit the righteous to be moved. Therefore, we are buried with Him by baptism into death, that like as Christ was raised up from the dead by the glory of the Father, even so we also should walk in the newness of life.
my life spent away in the dark of my veins. Oh, nothing could stay. I continued through a backward road where the river has been like a down your face from mine, through the kinks in your spine, from the last thing you spoke to the very first line. Love was something that we couldn't do. It's something turned to someone, somebody new. I just love to love, and you love.
It isn't what you think. However, your humble narrator's mission was accomplished. The bars of the prison in which he had spent most of his life had disappeared. In one instant he realized that he was the lion, the cage, and the trainer. He had acquired the power to control how his life affects your life. Like I said in the beginning, you have to be careful where the line in the sand is drawn between dreams and reality.
Remember when you were young, you shone like the sun. Shine on, you crazy diamond. Now there's a look in your eyes, like black holes in the sky. Shine on, you crazy diamond. You were caught in the crossfire of childhood stardom, blown on the steel breeze.
All you gotta do is kick a little ass every day for the rest of your life, and you're golden.
You reached for the secret too soon. You cried for the moon.
Close your eyes and clone yourself. Build your heart an army to defend your innocence while you do everything wrong. Don't be scared to walk alone. Don't be scared to like it. There's no time that you must be home, so sleep where darkness falls. Alive in the